death grips. Chat, I actually have been to London, I will say. So this song by Nino Rocci is not completely accurate. However, I've only been to the airport. Wait, Doc, no. Wait, that's a crazy lore drop. Wait, we gotta ask questions on this. My uncle was supposed to. My uncle used to be an audio engineer, and he did shows all over San Francisco. He'd mix the audio. And he said one of the worst people to work with was Cake because they were just consistently late, wouldn't communicate, and acted like they're the biggest thing ever. Cake is like the quintessential sound of Sack. So now I'm curious to talk about your aunt's experience with the member of Cake. Well, there you go. Maybe they gone better with age. Unclear. I have to say, the music was so good it never put my uncle off from listening to Cake. Still loved them. He was just like, that was not a fun experience. The 2 times he was supposed to run their shows. Winnie's asking, well, math isn't banned in my chat. It's only banned in Doc's chat, so that's up to Doc. You can talk math all you want. Let me get the YouTube thumbnail set up. Well, Winnie, I feel like you wouldn't be able to feel them at all based off of, like, how they're described. Thank you, Luna, for the follow. And Race Mike Mixture. Alright, we're just waiting for the players to go live. Our first game today is Hassan versus Nexif. Both very good multiplayer players, but you're going to hear that every single game from now on. In the round of 32, there's not really going to be anyone left that isn't a really good multiplayer player. So get ready for some insane games. Who's still in? You know what? I should be able to pull up a bracket. I don't know which. Okay. Let me try this. All right, perfect. All right. So, let's go over who is still in. We have Carol versus Pundertail at the top of the bracket. Or Carl. I just called Carl. So Block Attack was actually the #1 seed and lost in their second round matchup to Finn Player. And then Finn Player lost to Carl. So we got Carl Pundertail. We got Estrakimi and Frank. 2 players I know very well. Fantastically talented. Star Toad and Card Sharp is going to be a great game. And then we have Sizak versus Ian. To me, Sizak versus Ian is the game of the week. I am so looking forward to this. This is going to be at Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time, I believe, or 11 a.m. We have Jazz and CMC Snowy, and then Enid and Monkey. Monkey, another fantastic player. We got Max Wu versus King. This actually happened yesterday. They played their game right away. Max Wu took it 2-1. It was actually a really entertaining match. And then we have Naut and DG. This is a really interesting part of the bracket. And then we got Bacon, MB, and 3-story Ricky Clean. This game, Hassan versus Nexif. The winner takes on the winner of Bean and Night Slayer. So we saw Night Slayer with the upset against Melon yesterday or 2 days ago. And then we have Bean, you know, the tournament organizer, playing that one. Going down farther, we have Balance and IDI. Vagabond and Owen is my second game of the week. We are absolutely casting this. I don't care if it's at 2 a.m. Sino was upset for sure. Jay Skane versus Burb, and then Dunk versus Authorities. And you know what? I'm saying it right now. Jay is who I'm rooting for in this tournament. I love Vagabond, love Sizak, love Bean, love Owen, love so many of these players. After Jay's incredible performance against Phantom, who is another one of my favorites, I got to root for Jay. That is my dark horse, and that is who I'm rooting for. So I am biased. Don't ever accuse me of being non-biased. And then lastly, the last game is Dunk versus Authorities, as we said. All right. Thank you so much, Okiro 1. Did I get it eventually? Disco. There we have it on record. Zeno loves Owen. Well, Disco, that only counts if you made it a clip and then took it and then saved it. Also, thank you, Doc, for letting me know. Bean, did you add me to the games, the private channels? Otherwise, it's gonna be a surprise what deck and stake they choose, which I'm fine with. I don't really need to be in the channel. Lasted Soul, thank you. By the way, alerts are muted when we're on Bean's side of the scenes because I was too lazy to add them. That's Cat Shop. I add you this on Nexus. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my god. Can I like shift click and like hide all the other private channels? I don't think so. How do I can't scroll that far down. Wait, I'm trying. There we go. Found it. Abandoned deck first game. And we're playing White Stake. Alright, Abandoned deck White Stake. It's a fun combination. I'm looking forward to it. Let's go studio mode. We'll go to deck stake and we'll switch this out for you. Put a little Abandoned deck on there. I would love to see some higher stake gameplay today, but I totally understand. A lot of these multiplayer players are just more used to playing lower stakes gameplay, which is fair. Abandoned deck always is fun because, let's be honest, face cards are the most powerful in the game. You're going to be trying to build into those, but you don't start with any. And you also start with a really thin deck, so it allows you, if you can find something like a Hack, a Dusk, or if you can make it work, get something like a Pareidolia, maybe you don't want to add face cards. You want to be very careful about how you add them. But again, I don't know too much about our competitors. I have played against both these players, I believe, in ranked Balatro prior. Very good. There is Melon. We watched Melon's game the other day. Another fantastic creator, player. And you know what? One of my favorite fruits, if I'm just honest. I love melons. I love big, succulent, juicy melons. Doesn't matter which kind. Will you be streaming Bacon's game today? Ah, Bacon's playing today? What time is Bacon playing? I didn't, now I gotta go check the... Let me check the set times. Where is Bacon? They're playing at 12? Maybe. I think I could probably commentate that game. Let me... I'm not going to guarantee it. It's going to depend on what my plans are the rest of the day with my wife. I mean, Bacon is always a fun time to commentate. Bacon plays so correctly. I mean, you got to schedule some Bacon time after your melon time. And here we go. We are starting. And Nexif is like ever so slightly ahead of Hassan, and I can't... Neither of their streams have the playback functionality, so that's just something we're going to have to deal with, unfortunately, chat. But let's get into it. Let's get into the Balatro. So one interesting part about Abandoned Deck, as you see both these players skip for investment tag, is the fact that the first ante is actually, like, not difficult, but a little bit more annoying because you have so little chips. And we see here Hassan found the 4 of a kind, which allowed them to one-shot. It's going to allow them to have one extra, actually, $2 more over Nexif. That may matter because Nexif can't get the voucher. That is huge. Hassan is going to have one extra hand the rest of this game. It's probably more important on other decks where your deck isn't already so thin and you can go searching for that big hand in the PvP. But I will say that that is a big up going into Ante 2, is having that voucher that was that Nexif was unable to afford. Really, I mean, greedy play, knowing they had to do that to try and one-shot to find something, and they did it. So, Nexif will be ahead in the Joker queue a little bit because they did open up the Joker pack because they couldn't afford the voucher. And we move on from here. That's fair, Doc and Bean, is the fact that the 5 allows you to actually know that you're going to see every single card. That's a great point. That's a great point. And here we are going to set ourselves up for the flush house already. Not a shock there. Now, Nexif's economy is in a little bit better of a spot, again, because they didn't spend $10 on a voucher. Any flush here for both of our players wins rather easily, and Nexif somehow doesn't draw it, which is odd. And I'm curious how Hassan treats this shop. We really probably want that magician. Also, I don't know why their mouse cursor is like offset, but it's really going to annoy me. I just can't look at the mouse cursor. That Hermit is massive. It is going to allow both these players to see quite a bit. We'll see if Hassan grabs... Why do I keep calling him Hassan? Hassan grabs that blue seal. They do. There's a blackboard and a walkie-talkie. We also know a photo is coming up in the shop as well. Obviously, can't use the photo right away. We're going to need a strength, or we're going to need something from a standard pack to really make use of it. No, we're going to skip the blackboard. So Nexus is going to have quite a bit more scoring available to them going into this PvP, even if Hassan finds the flush house. The times through from the blackboard on multiple hands with the other jokers that they have, I feel like outscores it. We'll see. Hornet, I think it just had to do with the fact that Nexus has opened up packs, the way it just looked in the shop. I like this play by Hassan to lucky the 10s. Makes a lot of sense. You want to play them with that walkie-talkie, 10-4, good buddy. Now, next, if deciding, do I grab this queen, can play it with a flush, maybe after a 10 and a 4. Oh, and a huge smeared. This kind of is unfortunate for Hassan, who I feel like was, with that extra hand, was more set up to flush house. Because now next if is going to be able to flush house. It is going to come down to, does that voucher, does that extra hand play an important role here? Ooh, this is... I don't really know how this PvP is going to go. I mean, the blackboard is probably not the easiest thing in the world to set up. We do see Hassan grabbing the Diet Cola to have a double tag, which we'll see if that's utilized on a rare skip later on in the game. I always try and build in the face cards on a bandit deck. Personally. Yes, Scene Double does activate with a flush with Smeared. So, you know, we could see dropping Blackboard for that. I could also... Wow. Yeah, because Hassan's building into the diamonds and hearts. They don't even grab the Scene Double. I feel like you have to know going into this PvP, you are going to be really down on points, personally. I guess you can, maybe you think your opponent did the same thing, building in the hearts or diamonds, but I struggle to see a way for Hassan to win this one unless it's the multiple flush houses. And even then, we have, if we can get the activated ×6 between the blackboard and the Scene Double, it's just going to be too much. And there you go. No, wait. Oh, they don't have 10-4 anymore. Okay, forget it. I thought they had 10-4. I'm like, why aren't we playing the 4? Yeah, it's just way too many points. And now for Hassan, I think it's just about making sure you play. I think the optimal play for Hassan here is to get, with that extra hand, dig to get a flush house with the 10s to play your luckies, and then also get the blue seal out so you get a flush house level. We can still make this PvP blind effective and provide some utility for Hassan. We just know that we can't win it, which is, I mean, we're down to life. The game is not over. We do also have business card when our opponent doesn't. We are strength away from being able to utilize that. Zeno is right. The cursor is weird. Don't look at Hassan's cursor, please. I'm begging you, do not look at it. It will drive you crazy. There we go. There's the flush house. If we get a $20 hit and we get the flush house level, I would almost like prefer that over having a life. We don't get the $20 hit though. We do get the flush house level, and we move on to ante number 3. We're at the same exact position in the shop, and Nexif actually has $12 more. Again, that's just the difference of spending $10 on the voucher. And also Hassan having to roll a little bit more to be even with the jokers because Nexif opened up a joker pack instead of that voucher, the hand voucher. And there we see a Chad, which is going to be Very good for Hassan because we're going to, once again, I think every blind right now is about getting the flush house level and playing those lucky cards. And I actually think, Hassan's going to be in a much better position because right now, Nexif, unfortunately, has no value to get out of these blinds. There's nothing that they can do except for their lucky cards, which obviously only trigger once. I guess Nexif could be doing the same thing, but it is a little bit harder to dig for that flush house, right? If you don't have that extra hand, and we see Nexif just giving up, they're going to go for the flushes and flush levels. Yeah, I mean, we're going to be on level 4 or 5 flush house by PvP for Hassan's side, which is with something like that 9 steel really going to matter. And again, we are 1 strength away from turning those 10s into face cards. However, one place I am a little surprised is Hassan holding on to that flush Joker, the solid plus mult, over photograph. Especially if we're willing to take the business card. The symbol on the Chad means it's been altered for multiplayer, which it has been. Chad in ranked multiplayer triggers the first 2 cards once instead of the first card twice. Technically not altered just for PvP. It's altered for multiplayer in general because it does affect, right, the non-PvP blinds. So I just would be careful on that wording mixture. And here we have Son of can see that. Now, I'll be curious. Do they grab the lucky or the chariot? I feel like the chariot might be needed for scoring at this point. Especially when we can dig and get the perfect hand. Yeah, and we do grab that steel. We do have a second blue seal as well. Yeah, these flush levels, while great on Nexiv's side, while pretty good, are just... It takes, it just takes so many flush levels to equal even the first level of Flush House, and then Flush House obviously scaling much bigger every single planet card. The great equalizer here is just how much X-Mult Nexif has, and can that be enough long term? I don't think so. I don't think they're going to be able to tempo Hassan down, but we do see a Jack in that standard pack. That's very interesting. And we do know Hassan's probably going to be building into red Jacks with these lucky 10s they created. So that's actually going to be a card Hassan's going to be very happy to see. Nexif probably not so much. They've been building into clubs and spades, which makes sense with their blackboard, with their seeing double. So we're going to have to change the suit of that Jack before we're able to really utilize it with its foil. Versus, again, we are 1 strength away on Hassan's side from having the Jack flush house setup. Why does Nexif need tempo? They're just so behind on the levels, on the flush house levels, that I feel like if we end up with similar builds, Hassan just wins it. We're also, I think, better set up in terms of deck manipulation on Hassan's side. We also have that extra hand voucher, which allows us to dig and make sure we're finding our hand each and every time. There's just a few things I feel like longer term are better for Hassan over Nexif. I do think here seeing double can go, but I think Wraith, the Wrathful Joker, absolutely can go. That with how high her flush level is, I don't think the plus mult is doing a whole lot. If we're going for optimal scoring, it's definitely the Wrathful that should be going, but instead we sell seeing double, which is just a flat X2. Don't know how I feel about that one. Now, one thing I'll say that Nexif has long term is the photo. We assume photo will come back, but we don't know for sure, and that's going to be a big issue for Hassan. What is tempo? Tempo means going for like a 4-0 in terms of lives, like winning the 4 PvPs and making the game shorter. People use that word because a lot of times if you're taking early lives, you may be sacrificing utility or extra money deck manipulation, etc., that would help you longer term. So you want to make the game short and just win right away before your opponent is able to get a really big, juicy build online. Ooh, really unfortunate for next if they don't have the blackboard. I wonder if they're just gonna. I mean, it feels like you gotta just discard that queen, right? Hello, Gothic. We do love juicy builds. We also love melons. Hey, we finally got business card value. Woo! Hassan thinks they have a chance at this PvP. They are going to discard their blue seal in search of the chariot. There is a chance they don't draw it. But the chances of not drawing the chariot or the other blue seal are extraordinarily low, so I do like this play. They weren't able to... Oh, no! They bottom decked both! No! That's so unfortunate. They don't even get the flush house. Oh, brother. Well, that's unfortunate. There's nothing else to say. Oh, they did force turn order. I think they're going to see the score and realize it probably didn't matter. I guess it depends on plus 20 hits. But they do get plus 20 in terms of dollary dues. That was a generational bottom deck. And they are a little bit farther ahead in the shop. And we do see the family. That is not what Hassan wants to see. And hear me out. The reason Hassan does not want to see that is they've already got level 5 flush house. It's not the end of the world to pivot into flush 5/5 of a kind. But it is much harder to turn all the, like, to get all those 10s to jacks being online for 5 of a kind, flush 5. It's just, flush house was a much more comfortable position for Hassan. And this family, I feel like, is going to force you out of it. And I do agree with Dr. Spectred. I don't think Hassan discarded nearly aggressive enough. I do think with 5 hands and 3 discards, you should be able to see, what are we at, 44 cards, 35, and then we're holding 8. There should only be 2, and there was 5 cards left in their deck. So, yeah, they really held on to 3 too many cards. We do find a death here, which is fantastic. We can death that jack, and we're getting closer to that flush 5. We really are just 1 strength away. Maybe the family is not the worst thing in the world here for Hassan. Again, the scary part is we do need a strength or 2 more deaths. Yes, and they are going to discard the 6s. I like this more aggressive approach. There we go. I mean, I wonder if Hassan's thinking about playing into the red seal at all. I doubt it. Okay, they are not. It's just too low of a red seal. Yes, we can discard that 6 because we're likely going to find the other blue seal. We do see another Diet Cola picked up for Hassan, by the way, which I do like. Oh, he grabbed the glass king over the steel jack. I'm gonna say I don't like that play from Hassan at all. Building in the kings is gonna be extraordinarily difficult. Maybe the flush house angle, we could make a pair of them, but then the family is useless to us. Like, if we don't plan on using the family, sure, grabbing the glass king. I much rather have had the diamond steel jack. Nexiv's side. Nexiv is. Oh, I thought they were gonna have to play their king for a second there. They're in a little bit of a awkward position. I think they just win here. Yeah, with that. Okay, they're just not gonna get any blue seal value. So maybe some questionable discarding on Nexiv's sides as well. We now take a look at the Arcana pack on Nexif's side. We get a death and a chariot from the Emperor. So another death is on its way for Hassan, but no blue seal value here. No business card value. I don't know. The photo does come back. That has to be a must grab here if you're Hassan. And there's another Jack. I really think we could have 5 of a kind Jacks online already with blue seals. And we're passing up the Jack. All right, I'll be honest. I don't know what Hassan's playing for. I have no idea what this angle is. Are we just not going to build in the face cards? If we don't build in the face cards, yep. I think Nexus has this. Too conservative of gameplay from Hassan. I think unwilling to pivot here is just a massive mistake. The only way this works out now, I think for Hassan is... I don't know. I don't know. I can't think of a way. Idle and Dusk? I mean, we go back, and you know what? Maybe that decision makes a little bit more sense when you know that Hassan kind of messed up the decision to grab the Glass King. But I don't know. This is game 1. It's just like, why do we have this Glass King in our deck? I don't know. Why are we not getting a blue seal value? We're scared to play the Glass King, but we didn't death it. Chat, make it make sense. In terms of who picked deck, I can get that answer from you. Taking a look at their chat. We are going to get another death in this Emperor, by the way. Hassan is the one who picked Abandoned out of red, blue, yellow, Abandoned, Checkered, Erratic. They kind of went about the bands weirdly, but Hassan picked Abandoned out of like 6 decks. We get rewarded with a Red Seal 10, but it doesn't do a whole lot for us. That Red Seal 10 would matter a lot more if we would have grabbed Photo and then we could strength it. I mean, it's nice. It's a cool card. It's not rewarded, it's punished. I mean, yeah. I'm not talking about... I'm talking about a possible idol, but it still is not going to matter. I understand an extra 10-4 trigger is not going to matter in the game. Nexif is going to death the Glass King, which I think makes more sense on their side. Now, were they able to use the previous death also on that Glass King? Do they have 3 in the deck? It looks like they only have 2. Once again, punished. No steal here is probably going to be a loss. Why are we putting that 10 first instead of the luckies for money hits? Do we think the formal matters that much? Also, lucky cards are formal expected value per trigger, so there's no reason not to play the lucky cards first, by the way, chat. Oh, are we going to win this PvP? I guess it did matter. When is Bean playing? That's such a quick way to get banned. But it doesn't matter. The high card wins because of Blackboard in the foil. Hello, Cat Sushi 74. Who are we rooting for? We don't root for anybody. We're rooting for good Balatro. I mean, this seems like it's over. I have no idea what the angle back is for Hassan. Because I do think even if we start clawing back lives, Nexif is going to be able to get the 4-of-a-kind Glass Kings online. I don't understand spamming those flush levels. Not at this point. I think our flush is high enough that I don't need to keep getting flush levels. You're right, Emil. I forgot. It's over. I gotta stop commentating. We ran into this issue, what was that, yesterday, Bean and I? We made the massive mistake, according to many chatters, of continuing to commentate when they felt the game was over. And we were just really stupid casters who realized that someone had an advantage so late. Not because, you know, whatever. Wait, what? What is Nexif doing? Did they not have a flush? The flush wasn't enough, even, I guess, without any excellent. Yeah, it's probably not enough. Oh, I thought they had Blackboard. But, yeah. That makes sense. We get a Purple Seal Queen. I mean, we are getting the 4-of-a-kind online. We do have the family on Nexif's side. I feel like we should be trying to move into the Flush 5, 4-of-a-kind, etc. And we are, you know, I will say Nexif is quite behind in the shop. Just getting a little bit less of the lucky triggers. I will say, maybe this could, the one arc here that could really screw Nexif is they're trying to build into the Glass Kings. If they don't get enough deaths to play 5 of them, they could lose. Instead of, I think a safer play would have been just to build into the Jacks because you can shrink the 10s. Nexif, in my opinion, because they're playing into the Glass King, is going to get punished when they see that Red Seal 10. If they don't already have it. Because now our deck is like 3 Glass Kings, 2 Jacks, a good 10 that we want. And it's going to take a long time to get a 4-of-a-kind Flush 5 build online. But we do have a lot of time. It would have been nicer if we didn't lose a life to the blind. A death full for Hassan in... I feel like you put on the Purple Seal, but when Nexif sees this death full, if they're able to get the same kind of cadence with the with the tarots, that's enough for 4-of-a-kind Glass Jacks. They did find the Red Seal 10, by the way. They do have that. And Hassan's deathing the steel, which I get it. I get it. That does help their score. Like, I guess if you're not playing in the re-triggers right now, that does make the most sense. That is going to be the best help for scoring in this PvP, is playing the Flush 5 with 3 Red Seal steals if you could somehow grab it. So, it makes sense. It just feels awkward to not put on the purple seals, but we can't really put on the purple seals at this point in time. I get it. That was a lie. No, I do. I mean, that's 2.25x if held in hand. I think we stone the blue seal here. Oh no! Does Nexif not know that stone cards stop Blackboard from working? It's not gonna matter, but because they drew a king of the Glass King. But I don't know if they know. Oh, they did get a face card. It'll be fine. You're right. You're right. But I don't think that was the correct play there. If we're gonna hold that blue seal, you gotta wild it. I will say we are up to how many Flush 5 levels? Level 3 on Hassan's side. That is, you know, nice. This family. This family is like the Beckhams right now. I mean, just completely dysfunctional for Nexif. Not doing anything, if anything, just causing turmoil. Nexif, I'm curious if they're eventually going to utilize it again by building into the Glass Kings. But like we're basically wasting a Joker slot when we can win the game. I guess at the same time we haven't seen too much that could have replaced the family. I think Zeno Miss Hassan has Steel Joker. No, I know they have Steel Joker. Steel Joker does almost nothing though. Does what? 1.8? There is one of the Red Seal 6s. I don't think Nexif has nearly enough points to win this. Unless... Oh, can they get Blackboard online? Oh, are they going to go for a flush angle like this? Wait, no, it's much better to have Blackboard than to keep the 6 in, right? There's no way that is the correct play. I still don't know if this will be enough, but I am very curious what this looks like with Blackboard. With the X3 without the extra 10 volt at the start. Probably like 220,000. What are we doing? Do we want more steel maybe if we're Nexif? We do have the right amount of red cards now to play the 6. Wait, what are we doing? Nexif was going to be able to play the 6 with the Glass King and have Blackboard online, and they discarded. And now they can't. Why did they do that? They want both Glass? They realize that's not more than Blackboard, right? They realize that that Blackboard's X3 and Glass is 1.5. They have a Lovers? Okay, valid. If they have a Lovers, then we should have been much more aggressive. Then we weren't aggressive enough. I feel like that was just so weirdly in between. Why does Hassan not have a photo? We've asked that question a lot today. Yep, I think that's too much. Well, it depends how many steel cards we can get out for Hassan. I guess if we can get a second red seal steel, I think that actually we can beat that. Okay, again, chat, I understand the lovers existed. I don't understand why we discarded the way we discarded if we're looking for the second glass and we're going to utilize the lovers for that. Like, it just felt like we weren't discarding very hard. We were discarding just enough to screw us. Well, he did add the extra steel to the deck. You were correct, Doc. We also have a death up top. Why did we use what? What are we doing? Oh, we want to get the purple seal value, I guess. Oh my god, it's a chariot. That's insane. But we are going to have to play that king. You are correct, Doc. If this death has to be used on a 10 because of the failed flush 5. Oh god, it is going to be used on a 10, huh? I guess we could check the score. Oh, never mind, they have enough. Well, as long as they get a singular lucky trigger, they have enough without the flush 5. But oh yeah, and they also are just gonna death. They get a death either red seal. I don't mind this. We can steal that 10. We can death it. That's actually, look, I still think this is a weird play by Hassan. Yeah, the chariot bailout to get a lot more value than we were going to get out of that, and then a death fool. Did the glass break on Nexif's sides? I did not see. And Nexif's fool only is a temperance. Oh. And we still, okay, chat. You know what? This is where I crash out a little bit. Just break the glass king. Just break it if you're Hassan. It's just taking up space in your deck. They keep trying to avoid playing it. Like, play it as a high card and break the card. You want it out of your deck. You messed up. Sunk cost fallacy. Get the king out of your deck. You're obviously not going to play into it at this point. Or death it. Pick one. I don't like this apathy towards this king. Either get it out of your deck or play into it. Choose one. You can't have your glass king and eat it too or whatever. And not play it too. There's a phrase there. We do get a death on Nexif sides. That is going to be the third glass king for them. So we're one away from getting the full glass build online. The thing is, the photo is not doing as much because we just don't have levels into Flush 5 and 5 of a kind like Hassan's going to have. But the thing is, we don't have photo. So it does, I mean, it's kind of apples to oranges. Zeno is waiting for Kanyo. If Kanyo does show up, I'm calling cheating. We get another fool. Oh my god. If this death fool luck happened on Nexif's side, the game is over. But it is happening on Hassan's side where they can't even utilize it properly. We just have a bunch of useless lucky kings. Well, not useless, but you know. Oh, this is so interesting. I mean, the tarot luck has been insane for Hassan. Just the way they've showed up. The timing of them showing up. You could argue, I will say Hassan's also played around the taros a little bit better. Like, it's not, some of that is skill, some of that is setting up, not using Taros when you have a death in the Fool, seeing if you get a Fool. So I do want to give credit to Hassan for playing it correctly, but Nexif, I feel like, has also been a little unlucky. They've had 5 deaths in the past ante, if not more. Can someone explain turning the steel red seal 10 into lucky? I did not see that happen. That is a huge misplay. There's no explaining it. They wanted money. They were being greedy. That's a horrible misplay. You want your 10s to be steel so you can hold them in your hand. If you don't have to play them, you don't have to play them. I don't know if that's actually true, Kurglow. That's an insane mistake. I'm purposefully ignoring Nexus's discards at this point. I don't want to be upset. I'm already upset as it is enough. He did, says Barcode. Wow. That's a huge mistake. Do we get the Death Fool? We don't get the Death Fool. I do think if Nexus waits, we will get a death for that Fool, but I don't know if they're going to have the patience to do so. These guys are playing for 5K on the line. Exactly. And we changed a steal into lucky for the possibility of $20. Like, with $5,000 on the line and you're going for the $20, just big mistake in my opinion. We're deathing the purple. I guess we're deathing the purple because what else are we going to death? I mean, like, what do more purple seals actually do for Hassan? Because we've cornered ourselves into a build that has such a low cap on what's possible. Like I'm just saying, like, normally we want more purple seals to get more deaths to build into something, but like we're already built into the 5. Like, we already have basically our max points because we refuse to build in the face cards. Play 2 flush 5s. I guess you could double your score. Yeah. Rebecca Black does not approve of this gameplay. Though I will do my classic disclaimer. We are spectating, and it is so much easier to play Balatro when you can see both screens and you're spectating. We also don't have $5,000 on the line when we make our silly little comments from up top. These players would probably kick my ass when actually playing them. Thank you for my disclaimer. The Troubadour is is way better than Walkie Talkie. Startoad, I'm with you. It does, losing that hand to search in a 46 card deck is a little dubious, but it does increase our top score by quite a bit. We still, we have the Death Fool. We have the Death Fool for Nexif. That is going to be 5 of a kind Glass Kings. If they get the Blackboard online, I think that might be enough. It depends how much steel is in hand for both these players. The big issue for Nexif, again, is just we don't have any levels on Flush 5. We do see Hassan make the Troubadour play, which I do think at this point in the game is one of the few things they could do to up their max score. So I do think that is the correct play. Probably get rid of that Stone Joker and put the Hermit up top at least, right? There's that Glass King. We love that Glass King on Hassan's side. It's just staring at them menacingly. Maybe they have the Glass King to remind them that their opponent probably has it. I like it. All right. I swear to gosh, if there's not 5 cards clicked every single time for Hassan. Or for Nexif. I don't know what to say. And this is why you keep the 10 steel, because now if you draw enough, you can keep the steals in hand. Oh my gosh, I can't believe Hassan luckied one of the 10s. To me, that's like a losing move. That could be a losing move, but they do get bailed out, getting all their steals right away. Now, do they notice a hand amount change? It's not something I feel like you always notice. No. Okay, that's 5 again. Good job, Nexif. We continue with the 5. Once again, we discard 5. Or we play 5 here because we have purple seals in the deck. We're having to discard a steel card on Hassan's side. Yeah. Actually, I don't think we had to do that, but that's basically 1.5. Yeah, I don't think it was the correct play. They were trying to find the 10 so they didn't have to play the steel 10, but you already have an assured 1.5. I don't like that play from Hassan. All right, we know the possible scores, kind of. Next, if choked blackboard. Yeah, the fact that there's no world or moon up there. Oh my god. They lose by 10,000 points. Wow. Oh, we're into the final. The Troubadour play saving Hassan's butt. Also, they messed up the discards. I think Showman here. We could see a second chatter photo on Nexif's side, which would probably seal the game. There's no skips for Hassan to use that double tag on. Obviously, no reason to grab the cola here. Not with these. I don't know what these discards are. I'm not going to pretend to, okay? Oh my god, Bloodstone shows up. That is very, very bad for Hassan. Very good for Nexif if they get far enough in the shop to see it. I don't think they will. I don't think they will get far enough in the shop to see it. Oh my gosh, if they get a... Do they just lose here? Oh, they get the black. Jesus Christ, man. Okay, that was a 20 hit. Okay, divide by 3 and then divide by 2. So divide by 6. They had like... I think they had enough points regardless. Sans and diamonds right now, correct. I mean, you gotta grab the bloodstone, I guess. But I don't think Nexif is gonna see it. They need some 20 hits. This should win. No, actually, maybe. They do have a lot of hands to... Oh, wow. They don't want to risk it, so they don't get a 20 hit. That Hermit's only going to be worth $10, and we are not going to see Bloodstone. We're not even get anywhere near Bloodstone. Oh, wait, maybe I'm wrong. This Jumbo Buffoon pack. Wait, we didn't use the Hermit before the Buffoon pack! And we get bailed out, we see it anyway! Oh my gosh, the Jumbo Buffoon pack made it not matter, but oh my gosh. How much glass broke? Actually, excuse me, how much glass broke on Nexif side? Do we have... We did the steel instead of the wild with the bloodstone. I guess maybe they can't play. Wouldn't you play a flush? Wouldn't you play a flush with the sixes and the tens? Oh wait, we still have the family. I guess the steel makes more sense. How many? I don't know how many kings Nexif has left. We do get a sun here. There's nothing really we could hope for a fool. You could sun 3 of those queens and then hope you get a fool. But we're not going to do that. For whatever reason, we're going to sun a jack, a 10, and a 9. The only reason can be explained by not thinking. Why would you... Okay, chat, tell me why I'm wrong. Why would we ever sun a 10-9 jack? Are we going to play straight flush all of a sudden? With the family? We want to be able to discard purples in PvP? We want to be able to play a flush 5 with Bloodstone. Right? Like, that's the only thing we care about? Just get a death off the floor. Right now, we would have... I'm just saying, chat, we would have 4 heart queens. We would be 1 lovers, 1 sun, 1 fool away from a flush 5 of queens if we would have used that sun the other way. We don't have enough queens? I thought we have 5 queens. Well, regardless, you would need help with the death anyway. I don't know. I don't like wasting the sun there. Or if we are going to sun the 10, just sun some other stuff as well, like the 2 queens. We're playing a 5 of a kind. They get 2 lucky hits. All right, let's see what happens. We do see... They rolled past the acrobat. They rolled past the acrobat. What? The acrobat's more than the steel joker. Even with the 50 chips, I think. And they leave with $20 on the table. Because why not? I have no idea what I just witnessed. Oh, 1 second on timer? Oh. I forgot. I don't normally play with that because it's really dumb. But whatever. I won't get into the timering. Timer should be longer. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, this game's over. We drew all the Glass Kings right away. Fantastic by Nexif. Judgment in the blueprint? Does that even help Star Toad? I mean, we could do the family. I still don't think that's enough. Okay, next, if can you just discard the 6 and the 8, or the 6 and the 5, please? Because we don't have any more kings in the deck. We just want to find more steals. We have 4 discards, right? Judgment to idle. There we go. We need judgment to idle on 10 of diamonds. They're trying to force Nexif to play first, which they are going to be able to do. Or, you know, Kirklow, even the Jacks. You know, we could have photo right now. There we go. There's the discards. Yeah, we play with Synced Bloodstone. What? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? No. No, you have the family. Someone let Nexif know they have the family, right? Please? I don't think that's more. There's no way it's that high. There you go. Just play the dang flush 5. All right, we get some gold seal value. Good, good. That was a roller coaster, chat. I need to lie down. Why are we deathing the lucky 10? Why aren't we deathing the chariot 10? And discarding? Do we not have any more 10 of diamonds? Yeah, we got 20 molt. GG's. And that is game 1. Game 1 goes to Nexif. Crazy. Crazy to not ever decide to build in the face cards there. The decision felt like maybe it could pay off for a moment, but unfortunately for San, the decision to stick with diamonds that whole game, eliminating one of your outs in Bloodstone, costing them. If they had built in the hearts, 20x, I don't know if they get it, but it definitely would have been closer. I'll tell you that, especially with the red seals. We also did hold business card for 20 rounds without ever deciding to build in the face cards. Actually, in fact, choosing specifically not to build into them after grabbing 2 ones to fill our deck with. That was pretty frustrating to watch from that angle. All right, let's go ahead and see the Discord. All right, we're headed to red deck white stake. I mean, honestly, probably for the best to not be going off of white stake or doing any decks with any kind of decision making right now. I think this hopefully will calm, but maybe we will see these extra discards utilized correctly. Maybe we can focus on that this game. I'm going to go check on my dog Juicy. I'll be right back. There is a 3-minute delay, so it'll take a second for them to start this up. By the way, chat, we are working. So we had our little proof of concept of the poster. We are hard at work getting working with Splatter to basically work with this and make it bigger. And we're going to be selling poster size versions of the season 3 postcard. I'm excited to have a 24 by 32 version of that. We'll be hanging it up in the room. Also, I don't know. We do have I do have the bean sticker on the way. I'm excited to get that. Throw it on the PC. The bean crushing dock. Anyway, we are here in red deck. What? Hassan going for the full house on red deck. They're going to lose a life to the small blind. They decide to pivot to the flush. They get the flush. That's not good. That is down $3. Deciding to go for the flush. It's very painful. They're going to miss out. They are now going to be the ones missing out on the voucher for sure. We are going to see a photograph grab by both of our players this time around. And we do grab that voucher for next. If actually, we do have enough money for the voucher on Hassan's side, which I think is the play here. The Jokers you will eventually see. Yes, he'll be behind in the queue a bit, but I definitely do not think it's worth not having the extra hand. Chat, I was wrong. Obviously, we value that 15 flat molt that we could have seen in the next shop. Escaping grabber is totally viable. And we're going to remember that message from Star Toad when Hassan misses their flush house in the PvP. With the order, what are we missing out by grabbing the grabber other than the money? That's what I don't understand. Like, we can't ever grab that voucher again, most likely. We're going to see everything we're going to see. Yeah, also we just make the money back over time. Well, we do know there's a lucky hit in here for both players. Ah, a Polychrome 4. Interesting play with the photo already online, but we could play a flush house. Could have a pretty substantial hand here in the first PvP. There is the Fool. And there's the Family. Okay, so maybe not a flush house angle. Taking the blue seal. I mean, ultra punished if we see a hack. Photo is something that matters. I don't think it matters as much as Nexif just gave it credit to. But, to be fair, they could go up on levels. Did we get another two $20 hits? If so, it's very important that Hassan finds the luckies. All right, they did, and they are going to play it with that magician. So we're going to also get the 20s. Oh, it was just one. It was just one. My apologies. Baseball card over Seance. Is that... It is a Major League Balatro hat. And we do find a rebate. We also get a Hermit in this pack, rewarded. Is it a Baron Seed? Is now the question. Is it ever not a Baron Seed? Literally, like, every game. Like, 95% of Balatro PvPs are not a Baron Seed. We have seen Baron hurt a lot of our players so far in this tournament. We've also seen a lot of chat complaining that a player passes up on Seance and then clearly seeing the Seance kill somebody, which has been hilarious. And no offense if you were a person this time around complaining that Nexif went baseball card over Seance, but I am so hoping that the Seance gets us unkilled in a blind now. It doesn't produce anything, so I can laugh at you specifically. Because I need enjoyment. You know, I'm doing this a lot this week. I need to laugh a little bit. By the way, chat, also, if you're ever being casted if you could avoid spinning your cursor around, also avoid having your cursor be off where it's clicking by about 6 inches, I would appreciate it, because for whatever reason, it is destroying my brain. It feels like there's like an actual mouse on the screen. Noted, spin the cursor. If you're gonna spin the cursor, at least have one of those fun, like, you know, and we miss the 4 of a kind draw on Hassan's side. Now, it probably is gonna also miss for Nexif, but they do have that flat 15 molt. I feel like is gonna help. We'll see what happens. Okay, they're gonna play this, and that's just enough. Okay, never mind. If only we had another hand. Yeah, you're right, Bean. I feel like if we had another hand, we could have got the 4 of a kind. Star Toad. Star Toad. Uh-oh. 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 We're never playing the PvP. I mean, maybe fair. Oh, Red Seal King. All right, chat, maybe it's a Baron Seed. I do believe both players have already said, and another king, a Gold Seal King. Wow. I think if you're Nexif here, maybe you just get rid of... I don't feel like you need to get rid of the family yet. I feel like you may be able to utilize that for one more PvP. This is a mistake I often see, I feel like players doing with Baron, is like you build in the high card before you need to, before it's going to actually score you that many points. But this is the worst kind of Balatro seed, by the way, is a high card seed. Yes, we're also down the hand on a high card seed, which is not ideal. Seance will pay off. Well, we don't really need it anymore because we already have a red seal. We're literally just looking for an Ankh or maybe an Ecto. No, we can't use an Ecto in a high card. We're just looking for an Ankh. Seance is kind of useless now. Maybe, I mean, we could get some nice blue seals, I guess. Wraith? What are we wraithing for in a high card seed? Blue, I guess Blueprint Brainstorm. So we're looking for the 1 in 18, and then that 1 in 18 to give us another like 1 in 24. Invis? Alright, whatever. Fine, there's more. Cryptid's not that important. I will say, the thing is, we might need to start rooting her for Hassan, because I imagine they are going to need wrist surgery with how much they spin their cursor. So, you know, the money at least is going to be going to a good cause. %, this is an incantation. I guarantee it. Wait, why are we discarding instead of just playing the straight flush? Oh, is it because it wins? I'm a little confused. Oh, do we need Baron? Oh, straight flush wins? Oh, okay. My apologies. Oh, I didn't realize we had any points. Next is finding a Pluto, which is actually extremely important. And hopefully they can start getting value out of this. But all of a sudden, this blue seal over the polychrome in that early standard pack is huge for Nexif. I mean, the foresight to make that play, or just the luck, either or, it's obviously turned into the correct play. Or turned into, maybe not correct, maybe the term would be the more lucrative play. We get an Ecto. All right, chat, do you use an Ecto? I guess we have one extra hand size. The thing is, I feel like you have to hold that Ecto until you actually have Joker slots all filled up where it could actually help you. Because being down a king, especially a red seal chariot king, is so hurtful in a high card seed. And there's the hack. Do we pivot out of the Baron? Pivot out of the Baron? We go Polychrome Forbes? No. We're dedicated. All right, chat. My crazy play there. Screw Baron. I mean, I dropped the Drunkard at first, but I'm going hack, and I'm using the Ectoplasm for hopefully a hack idol Bloodstone build with the Polychrome 4. I honestly think that tempos maybe it doesn't tempo the opponent enough, but screw Baron. Oh no, Kitty, don't. I feel like we could play a king here. For the chips and then the possibility of the molt. Oh yeah, we're just making sure we get all the rebate value. Oh, that's a good king to play too. Why are we playing a 4 of a kind? Chat, why are we playing a 4 of a kind with a blue seal and a Baron? Someone help. Help me. Help me. Help me. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't like this. I don't like this. He wants the money? I guess, yeah. That way we can get money when we lose a life. We'll get the comeback money. That's smart. I think 4 of a kind. Okay, if we're gonna play 4 of a kind, keep the family. I think I have issues with this. Just the logic. Don't you want Plutos? I would want Plutos a lot more than I cared about the possibility of a $20 hit. We got a purple seal there. Rewarded though? What is it? Does the $20 get us a Pluto? If not, then I don't think it's rewarded. It's a cell Baron. We found the Bloodstone. Imagine if Hassan made the pivot. They could have had the Bloodstone hack polychrome angle with the family still. I get it though. I get it. I'm probably one of the only people to make that just because I hate playing high card, and I'm okay losing if it meant not having to play high card. It was the perfect hack seed. And obviously neither of these players hacked and read ahead on the seed because I don't think they would have played it the way they have. I think Hassan, especially with the ectoplasm, because hear me out, that ectoplasm is so much better when we're not playing high card. If we're playing into a re-trigger seed, that ectoplasm becomes so much more valuable. And it's just like, we already got it. Like, I love the idea of shifting into the hack. Especially since we have the Polychrome 4. Nexif doesn't even have the Polychrome 4, so it's not really a decision on their side. I actually think Nexif may win this round with like a a 4 of a kind or a flush or some sort with the. Whew, nice sun. That's pretty nice. That's gonna be helpful. I still think you take Bloodstone there over the of course over the flat. Well, Nexif doesn't have to think about pivoting. It just scores them more points because they don't have enough kings to fill their hand anyway. By the way, Hassan's gonna play this stance for the rest of the game. If we're, I mean, it's just. I know Hassan dropped Ecto. I think their thought process is you can't use it with the Baron, though I don't think that's correct. But I also think you do need your consumable slots. I definitely don't know what the aura is for. They skipped Bloodstone. Yeah, I know. It's only I agree. I don't know. I think Hassan actually got gifted an angle to pivot out of Baron and win this game, and it's not easy to do. I'm not gonna act like it's just let's change our lineup, but I think it was the plan. I think it would have been extremely lucrative for them. I think you take the hack regardless. I think that's just a must grab with the cards you have. We can even just magician them. Chat, I'm gonna have to not look at Hassan's side. You let me know what's happening. Chat gets to commentate Hassan's side because it's giving me a headache. All right, next if. What are we doing on next if side? So far, the draws have been a little weird. Oh, I just can't do with the petting of the cards. Maybe because of the king was red seal, so no hack. No, I definitely think that was the thought process. Absolutely. Are we in a standoff where neither of them are gonna play the first hand? Oh my god, they did it. They did it. They did it. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. We got points on the board, baby. Turn order has been decided. Imagine they tie. Imagine we get a tie up in the amount of points. I do have a ruling in case of standoff. We did get a medium. We got a second purple seal. And all it cost us was the tarots we made from our other purple seal to get seance value. Instead of just using those in a lucrative way long term. But whatever. We don't have to argue, chat. We don't have to argue. Nexus really needs hearts. I think they want to play like a flush. Actually, the 4 of a kind of kings with hearts may be lucrative. It really just depends on Bloodstone. I mean, there we got a heart flush. We're not playing it. Okay. Never mind. Even though I think it would have worked really well with the lucky cards. That's totally get it. Chat, if we play for a Pluto here, I swear, if we play for a Pluto here, after not playing for the Pluto in the big blind, Nexus has a really good chance of winning this if they play the 5 of a kind or 4 of a kind. What's the ruling on Nightmare Buffer? It's allowed, even though it's a silly exploit that shouldn't be, because you should have to make the decision on whether to get value. And if you want to get value out of that final hand, you have to reveal information. But that's just my opinion, man, that it's really, really stupid and unfair. And gives way too of an extreme of an advantage of being up on score that shouldn't be there. There's already enough of an advantage. Well, that's just my opinion. I think that's enough. And Nexif is going to take a second life off of Hassan. It's just really hard right now, Sarto, to like stop it. So I get it. It's gonna have to be a fix in the mod. Not skill. It is skill. I don't think the Bloodstone Baron is a decent idea. I think it's a great idea. I think it was absolutely the play. And there's no reason to be holding on. I mean, I'm telling you, chat, as soon as one player has Seance and the other doesn't, this whole tournament I've watched the player with Seance lose because they put so much into getting those straight flushes that they don't get any other value, that they are wasting a Joker slot that could be value or points. I mean, it absolutely can work out. It can. I just, especially with a Baron build that we already have the red seal, I don't think it's worth it if we're not even going to use Ecto, which we can't because we don't have enough Jokers. We do get smeared. We get rewarded. But even, like, I mean, the emulates are $20. It's nice, but do we need deck thinning on red deck white stake? With Baron? I just think Seance is so much better if you're going into a re-trigger build. If you have the red seal already. I mean, you're looking for an Ankh. The Ankh does win it. I guess you could look at it like that. Like, I just have a 1 in 18 chance of winning the game. If I can do it twice with the smeared, like, per round. That's pretty good. What are we doing? Why are we making them in the clubs? I am not paying attention to Nexif right now because I'm really curious. Oh, okay, I see. I thought that 5 was a 6. The screen's a little small. No, Edsy, I know. I misread what the card was. My apologies. I'm squinting a bit here. The thing is, we can only really play like one a round, right? Oh no, we could definitely play multiple. Here we go. Well, there you go, GG. Never mind. I was wrong. Clip it and post it in the multiplayer chat. Go ahead, chat. Go do it. Go look at go make fun of Zeno. Now I really need Nexif to win this. I'm big screwed if my pride is on the line. Yeah, we're gonna ox. I mean, to be fair, that was only Hassan's like 3rd or 4th, right? Seance? I think that was only their 3rd. I think it's been Ecto, Aura, Ankh. Oh, no, and we got a medium, so that was a 4th. Hey, normally it's supposed to take 18 of those. But it is, I mean, I will say, 1 in 18 is a lot higher than 0% chance, so. Oh my god. What if Hassan uses his Ankh before the Perkeo? Ah! Oh, wait. Thank God Man U's winning. Let's go, Emil. Or is the game over? Let's go. This just threw a wrench into everything. If they don't use the Ankh before the Perkeo, they're not going to be able to use the Ankh. Well, I guess they could still use it eventually. Imagine Cryptid. 50th minute. Thank you for the update, Emil. Let's go, Man U. This is so interesting. What do you mean they could just use Ankh in the pack? Oh, yeah, you're right, Yen. And the Wraith. Holy shit. Now they definitely are going to use it in the pack. Because you're going to sell everything, you'll Ankh, you'll Wraith, and then you'll get Perkeo. Yeah. Well, stupid, the only thing you worry about there is if the soul is Tribule. But I agree, stupid. You just... Yeah, but you can't... You gotta play the percentages there in Ankh before. Don't you Perkeo the Wraith? Well, you don't know Perkeo's coming. But yeah, I see what you're saying. You could just Wraith after. Yeah. Yeah, Perkeoing the Wraith could be a crazy play here. Because we could just spin it until we get our blueprint brainstorm. Alright, yeah. Alright, well, we're about to see a lot of points. They're deciding on whether to use the Ankh now so they can grab Faceless. I get that. I honestly get that. That makes a lot of sense, in my opinion. So, I probably would have pulled it there as well. No, absolutely was the correct play. I think that's absolutely what you had to do. He is probably so scared to see in a trib right now. Not scared, but it would be very infuriating. That's true. Yes, Cube. We could have ectoed the stencil and then onked it a bunch. We could have nan-infed, but only for one round. Yeah, that's really good. that's a really well, there's a bean. Hey, next if can put him on one life. Maybe. We pass up on the bean. Okay. Chat, I will say just for your information that the bean there is a lot more points than the photograph, but we don't have to get into it. We don't have enough kings to fill the hand, but the thing was to be able to play a 5-card hand with the hearts while holding all kings. That's what we want to do. That's why we grabbed the bean there. That could have absolutely put Hassan on one life. And then who knows what happens? I mean, oh, never mind. He found the bean anyway. He found the bean anyway. All right, so we get one rare and ante, or a round. We'll see how this works out. I mean, maybe this wasn't a hack Bloodstone seed, but I still think that was the fun way to go about it, personally. Are we going to use all the race at one time? I guess that's also an option. Technically, enough familiars also gives an if. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Hello, third way. This is only game 2. This has been by far the longest match. We are 2 hours in, and we are like a quarter of the way through the second game. There's a lot to happen. There's absolutely a lot to happen. Hey, we got a Pluto level. Hassan is notoriously slow. No, I have no idea. I do not keep tabs on the speed of Balatro players outside of making fun of Sizak. That is it. That is the only person. And maybe like a Dr. Spectre plays a little slow. You know, Hassan would just be a lot faster if they stopped twirling the mouse. Like if they did that, whew, we'd be already done. Also, is Hassan playing on like an ultra wide screen? I just realized that there's black bars at the top and bottom. Like, what even is that the resolution to get it that wide? Sorry, I'm talking about the technicalities of someone's stream. They're definitely not using the Wraith right now because they're about to get faceless value. You know what's funny, chat, is I'm pretty sure Nexif with like another one of those flush fives just wins. unless Hassan can figure out a way here to do, like, if they end up doing the similar thing with the double Baron. We'll see. We'll see what happens. The Empress helps a ton. Oh my god, stop with the... Stop! Stop! Select your cards! Sorry, crash out. Yes, you can't use an Ankh at this point. You can't use another Ankh. Wow, a wild lovers. The first game, Clint? Next if won. It was a really interesting matchup, but so much has happened since then. No lucky hits there, so it doesn't even matter. Yeah, Nexif is in a massive hole. And that's what happens when you don't grab Seance, chat. I've been saying all game, you always grab Seance and you play into it absolutely no matter what, even if it kills you. Look, I was trying to tell you all, there's obviously no evidence of me saying otherwise. I will say that there is one angle that Nexif wins this. If Hassan rips all these wraiths, doesn't get anything good from them, while Nexif goes so far ahead in the shop using tarots that they find a mime. That Vagabond is very useful, though. Like, really the only way for Nexif to come back at this point is to find a mime that Hassan never sees because of the lack of money. Huge Vaga? That's kind of rude. I feel like... Wait, we ripped the last rate. What? Huh? We're not going to keep wraithing? That actually, in a crazy... Okay, how do you make that play? That's... I know it sounds dumb, chat. Like, and with Hassan's information, it is dumb. But that is a good play for Hassan. Hassan doesn't want to be wraithing anymore. It's like they can hear me. That's so weird. That's such a weird play. The only reason you would do that is to know you're in already the better position. There's no way your opponent can come back. It's a good play, not with the information Hassan has, but it's a good play because the only way to lose this at this point is if Nexif finds a mime that Hassan doesn't and he can't catch up because of the race. Vagabond best hit, I guess? No, you want a blueprint or a brainstorm. And then you can start copying per KO to find the other one. Yeah, and with Vagabond, your economy's already bad. That doubles the reason why you want a Wraith. It honestly feels like the only reason you would sell that Wraith is if you somehow knew what I just said about the only way Nexif coming back is with the mime and the economy. But honestly, yeah, to Edgy's point, like, I don't think we're gaining a ton of economy anyway. Like, it still is kind of going to hold true. I don't know. Maybe it could have also been an accident. It could have been they thought they clicked go, got the Wraith, and then they just messed up the order. That's always possible. Yeah, exactly. I mean, Vagabond and I are on the same wavelength. It could have absolutely just been a mistake that is probably not going to end up costing them, or I highly doubt it does. There's always a possibility, but... I saw those mouths. He knows that the Vagabond's going to give him death and he wants to copy death. Yeah, I guess. You could have waited and copied a Wraith at least one more time. I mean, they could think they are ahead enough in the rare queue. Isn't the rare queue for Wraith different? I don't understand. Like, then the rare queue's only shared with Wraith and rare skips, right? Yeah, so I don't know. Porque, none of it's probably going to matter. Hassan, it would take a lot for Hassan to somehow not win this game. It would be very, very weird, very specific on how it could even possibly happen. I don't even know if it is possible, but we'll see. Has Nexus not found a death? They had so many purple seals there. I'm kind of surprised they didn't find a death for the fool. Or maybe they're not, they already used it and they're not going to fool the death. They're just going to keep holding fools. I don't know. Oh, 07 we got credit card. Ooh, the credit card plays really good for the race we don't have. I like it. It's also just good for Vagabond, so you can go slightly under if you need. I don't think mine would put Nexif ahead, to be honest. Without steel, there are only 3 triggers. No, he would need like full steel, red seal before. Some scholars say you should keep holding fools instead of something specific like death. Those scholars are idiots. Can we say it louder for the people in the back? Doctor, can you rewrite the message in all caps? I've been trying to say this forever. But fools can be anything. Yep, and then when you need the death, you don't find it and you lose the game, especially when you don't have Vagabond. I think if anyone could maybe hold the fools, it would be Hassan in this scenario. It could even be a goat. Oh my gosh. He found death, though. He did. You can say anything you want, but you can't say Hassan did not play absolutely optimally this game. Selling the race was not optimal. The use of the race was not optimal. So there you go. Hassan did not play perfectly optimal, but nobody plays the game perfectly optimal. Very, very rare to play an absolute perfect game of Balatro. It's almost impossible. We all make mistakes, but that's okay. Wraith Vagabond combo would be cool, though. I think it wasn't just cool. I just think it was a move. You just use it at the end of every shop. But and with Vagabond, we're going to get enough deaths, probably. Maybe that is a concern. I don't know. But again, yeah, I mean, to a lot of people in chat, if Hassan somehow was able to detect that they're the only person with double Baron, all of a sudden, I'll give them a pass. I don't know how they would have detected that. Maybe the score really did give it away. In that scenario, I really do think, like, okay, like, credit to Hassan, because I think selling the race at that point's fine. I just feel like they didn't have that information. But if you had that information again, I 100% think it was optimal. Well, it still wasn't optimal because you should have copied one more Wraith going into that round and then used it. That was the really weird part. There was no reason to use it and not get an extra Wraith. So that makes me feel like it's still, I still don't fully get it. All right, well, there's a lot of death. A lot of fools and a lot of death. Sounds like the Republican Party in the consumable slots of Nexif. Nexif wins this one for sure? Are we, what? Are we sure about that? Me when I DDoS a song? That could be an angle. If we do disconnect Hassan's internet, that is a way to win at this point for Nexif. It seems unoptimal though. It was not a blunder for real, for real. It was a good play. If you find Blueprint Brainstorm, what? I don't think him using all the fools is even a win here. I think it's still a loss. They're just trying to find the red seal. They really would love to get a cherry. At least it's a gold. I feel like gold here, we could definitely copy it a couple times. Oh, there's the steal. Oh, we can start pretty soon. Hey, you know what? Nexif is going to get very ahead in the, no, actually not even that ahead in the Joker queue. I don't think Hassan's going to get this hand off, which doesn't really matter at all. Yeah, there's no reason to play a hand. Another purple seal for Nexif. Yeah, Nexif needs to find a blueprint and a mime that their opponent does not. And luckily, Hassan's only on 2 lives, so there's an ever so very tiny, minuscule chance that Nexif can pull this off. Do I think it's going to happen? No, I think Hassan's actually been playing this really well and knows that they should try and get a lot of econ in these blinds from gold cards, and they're not, and they're going to start to come back in the shop queue relatively shortly here. Nexif is behind in the shop queue? I don't think so. I don't know at what point they would have been behind on money. I could be wrong, though. The cursor twirling is driving me nuts. Welcome to the Hassan experience, dude. How did Hassan end up with the second Baron? Seance Ankh. Right before the per-KO, too. And only on their third or fourth seance value. So very early on, they didn't even need to work hard for it. They just got gifted. I mean, they did work hard for it. They also had a smeared that showed up, which was very lucrative. Because they're going to have trouble playing even a second straight flush until that smeared showed up. Why are we shaking the two, man? Yen, because I think they realize that they're so far ahead that the only thing that could hurt them now is being behind in the shop queue. I really do think Hassan is clocking this game extraordinarily well. And they know that's the only way that they lose out. Now they're even in the shop queue. Ezzy, you were right. Nexif was behind slightly. We are now even in the shop queue. Nexif is about to take the lead. And I think this is great plays by Nexif. Honestly, I would not be... I don't mind Nexif copying the Fools anymore because I think they need to be ahead on money more than they need to be ahead on anything else. I think a reserve parking instead of the Bloodstone makes a lot of sense for Nexif here. They get a second opportunity to think about it, but they're going to pass it up again. Nexif also needs this rebate to hit Kings one time. Again, there is a very, very, very tiny route to victory for Nexif. That's why you play the game. It would be very brutal for Hassan to like have the specific Joker show up just far away enough that they never get to them and Nexif does. But right now, Nexif is going to start leading on economy, I believe. Especially if this mail rebate ever hits their Kings. Right now, they've gotten a little unlucky with how it hasn't. And unfortunately, they can't even play a hand. They're going to have to waste a discard here. No more jacks, so yeah, they're just going to have to discard a couple more times. They do get to play that king, which is nice. Nexif doesn't know Hassan's a second Baron. The scores have been magnitudes different. I feel like you know something's up. It also could be possible, yeah, they just haven't seen the chariot yet. I think either or. I think both these players know what the situation is. I really do. I think they're both actually playing it pretty optimally at this point. Golden ticket? That could be your route back into this game. You have to get rid of the Bloodstone for that golden ticket if you're Nexif. This is a real litmus test if they know where they are. This could get Nexif back in the game by being so ahead in the shop queue. Now, the question is, are we going to do it? And the 6 cents. And the 6 cents for the Ankh. You're so right. We would have to... We need 4 6s. I don't know if there's time. There's not time, right? Because that would be the final PvP. Yeah, well, the Ankh would happen after the loss. So we really just need the golden ticket. I mean, Nexif doesn't know that. Nexif, I think, has to go for this and hope that was really early. You got to grab the golden ticket. You got to get rid of Photo. You got to get rid of Bloodstone. You got to grab golden ticket and 6 cents. Please, Nexif, don't do this to us. Let us be entertained. Please. Please. Why is the cursor towards the reroll button? Other side. Other side. Ticket isn't that good? What? We could get a Sock or a Chad. Well, the Chad wouldn't be super helpful, but the sock would be. It's better than the I don't think I would get rid of the rebate. I think I'd keep both. I think we need to go max econ. They sold Vagabond. Hassan now is going to have a lot of trouble losing this game. Okay. Unfortunately, the 6 cents we know is not enough. It's just because it's 4 behind. Just literally 1 round too late. 1 round too late for Nexif. I don't know why we sold Rebate instead of Bloodstone. I'm not going to get into it. But yeah, at the same time, Hassan is playing this really, really well. I don't even think there's a room for a comeback regardless. Well, we draw 6, which is really nice. No, what are we doing? Oh, Jesus Christ. Excuse my language. It's an ecto. We know that that's not the most useful thing. And there's no duplicate, so this ecto like blocking something wouldn't necessarily help either. Chat, is there any way? We know there's no cryptid coming, Edzy. We know there's no cryptid coming. Oh, cryptid could come on Hassan's side. Yeah, I guess. All right, here's the way we win. Nexif finds Idol and Sock and Dusk and Ancient. Ectos gets a blueprint brainstorm that Hassan doesn't see. There we go, easy. All in this ante with the golden ticket. We got to play these. We got to know we're not going to win. We got to know we're not going to win based on our opponent's score. Please play your gold cards. Bloodstone still thinks it's part of the team. Seemingly. All right, well, we're going to make some money. Chat, remember, do not look at Hassan's screen. You can't look at their screen. The mouse movements will make you sick. I should put up a warning. Focus on me. Focus. Look at me. Look at Nexif. Don't look at Hassan's screen. I'll let you know what's going on. They have 59 million points. Wait, you can even see that on Nexif's screen. Oh my god, it's... At this point, I feel like he's listening to us. Zeno, you're the only one triggered. Okay, Wallywag is 2 messages above you. Ah, the classic nightmare pause to get way extra value. Such a great example of how it's total and completely bull crap. Go Raiders? No. Wally. I mean, that too. The fact that it's offset with it all. It probably wouldn't be as sickening if it was just where it needs to be. Take the rebate back. Get rid of the bloodstone. Ah, well, there's the blueprint. You gotta sell out a bloodstone, please. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. This is your chance to get ahead in money. You could blueprint the golden ticket. You will double up the money. You will find the brainstorm in the mime. You win the game. I don't know. Something like that. Just for the love of gosh, get rid of this bloodstone. Now take it to not 6 cents. Not 6 cents. Bloodstone. What is bloodstone doing for you? Yes, we know you want the cryptid. That's why there's a bloodstone you can sell. What am I watching? Okay, this may be my biggest crash out ever. What? Oh! They got me in the first half. Do they realize? Did they realize? Did they have their come to Jesus moment? Okay, yeah, bloodstone doesn't even help you that much if you find an idol. So just get rid of it. Wow. Hassan just immolated and didn't hit the king. Insane. They immolated everything but kings. What are we doing? And we sell the ecto. I don't know if you can hear me with the mic up there. We sell the ecto. No, I know. I'm not saying like that was gonna leave. They don't have time for it regardless. It's more of just how I don't understand that play on any level ever. I don't know what the thought process could have possibly been. Also, we can't play all our. The bloodstone's gonna stop us from getting value out of golden ticket. He's gonna sell the bloodstone to get value out of the golden ticket. That's true too, Startoad. I'm gonna throw up. Oh, Stupid's been saying that in the chat the whole time. All right, we're 87th minute. Is it still 3-2? Jesus Christ. 6 right there, by the way. Who's counting? Are we selling the golden ticket over the 6 cents? That seems that's a really good thing for Nexus if that happened, but no, they made the correct play. Hey, they finally got a chariot one of these. I feel like you just got to hold on to that chariot. They can win if they get mime. Well, they're not going to be ahead in money. Well, they need to be more ahead in money than they're going to be. Honestly, at this point, chat, if we saw Mime, I don't think I don't know if we would sell Bloodstone for it. So what does it even matter? Right? Like, we're also not getting full golden ticket value, I don't believe. I think Nexif is praying that they get. I really do think Nexif is hoping for the idle sock angle. I'm not kidding. I think based off of that play, that they're hoping that that with like dice or something could be enough. I don't honestly. I don't know the math off of the top of my head if that's a good shout or not. So we'll see. Well, 07. Why is it 07? Oh yeah. Nexif is still only on the one blind. Nexif has to really. They really need to hurry though. They got to play this quick. Golden Take takes a lot of time, and you gotta take time to shop. This has to be very fast. We gotta go. Play. I'm confused what the Bloodstone is doing. Welcome to the club. You are part of Team Confusion. You and all 700 viewers across both platforms are in the same boat. We don't know what it's doing, but damn it, does it look cool. Also, what are those fools doing? Me when I think about the Democratic Party right now. Stop wasting time. Stop thinking. Just play the gold cards. No! All right, idle sock. I just want to be entertained. I have never been wrong except for the one time I said Sans wasn't the play and then it gave us an Ankh for a second Baron. Maybe. Maybe that time. DNA? Oh, we finally getting rid of Bloodstone? Not that that's going to help us, but it's at least interesting. Huh? My man. I can't. I'm crying. Hello? Yeah, this is Zeno. Oh, it's the script writers. It's the script writers. No, I don't understand why you wrote Nexus like that. Why does Nexus have to be in love with Bloodstone? Oh, chat. Bloodstone. There's gonna be like a Bloodstone love story in season 5. Okay, and then they're gonna find out that Idol's really the dad. Oh, they need a DNA test. Haha, that's a good one. Clever, funny. Okay, well, tell Bean Tell Bean I said hi. All right, love you. Bye. Fumbled, negative fool. Classic. Judgment gives idol. I don't think. Talking to I mean, I gotta say the views are up right now. The ratings are looking good. I can't believe Hassan. I mean, oh yeah, with all the deaths, we could just. What is happening? I've lost the plot. In Andre's underwear wait, underwear castle? What did I miss? Ankh Seance son or Sel Perkeo daughter? I guess I go Sel Perkeo daughter over that one. We don't have to watch another anti of this? What if Hassan decides that we do? Two kids I love equally? That's the correct answer, yes, Cube. Shout out Vince Staples. If you guys saw that interview. That was a Freudian misread. What'd you say? Meanwhile, in Andre's underwater castle. Oh. Yeah, I did want to be the underwear castle. My favorite part of this game was when so much happened that we all forgot how dumb Zeno looked earlier. Oh, are we gonna do it? Are we gonna sell Bloodstone now? How cute. How cute. Well, I guess we have a lot of fools. Alright, alright, alright. Yeah, it doesn't matter even if we found idol. It does not help at all. Mime? No, alright. Maybe? Why not? Aw. No way! It's not enough. It's not enough. But what the fuck? They're still gonna lose. Oh my god. Chat, you know this means if Nexif would have sold the Bloodstone earlier and gotten more golden ticket value, they would have found the mime and been alive and we would have had a final ante. Yeah, I don't know why you don't sell ticket and you try one more. Why didn't they try one more? I'm really confused. They could have, I mean... Someone go check the seed right now to see if the brainstorm was next. Someone go check, please. That was crazy. Alright, I'm gonna go get some water. I'm gonna go get a nice Polar Seltzer Premium. Who should sponsor us? Please write to your local Polar person. It's because I called them up, Wally. Wouldn't it help, though? Hassan would find it, too? They would have, correct. But you would be alive and you could search for the brainstorm. Okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, our non-binary pals. And welcome to what is going to be a fantastic, I'm sure, filled with lots of decisions, Game 3 of this round of 32 matchup between Hassan and Nexif. We are 1-1 after crazy abandoned deck, a crazy red deck, Baron, Perkeo, Ankh, Seance Seed. It's been a journey. And we're looking forward to this final game, which will be played on yellow deck. We are once again playing on white stake because that's it, because we're playing some vanilla Balatro. All right. Wait. I can't hear the games or my Spotify anymore. But you guys can, right? The heck happened? That's weird. I'm gonna check my sound settings. We've seen Owen do very well with those pants. I do like the play. Alright, 8. Sound settings. Okay, for some reason it was just muted. Oh. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. I guess pants are slightly more sell value. I agree. I like the pants play. You're not going to be able to one-shot, but I do think it gives you some value for the first PvP. We do have a clearance sale here, which is going to make these packs quite affordable. I mean, of course, we're already on yellow deck. I guess that doesn't really matter, but get a Lucky King, an extra holographic, or was that foil? That's a foil in Molt Queen. Wait, did Nexif open up the second pack? Did they choose not to open up the second pack? If so, they're going to be a purple seal behind. There also was a glass card that could have been an option there. Very interesting. I guess they did find 2 nice cards, but it definitely feels like we opened both. We'll see if... Oh, I actually think it's a club. Yeah, so no purple seal value right away. Doesn't matter. No, tough decision for Nexif as well. Purple seal or glass. I definitely trend the purple seal, but we'll see. We'll see what Nexif decides to do here. Don't hate the glass because it gives us diverting paths. And we are going to see the glass play out of Nexif. So, 1 player with a purple seal, 1 player with a glass card. Who will win? If you open up the small pack first and lash up, you got glass and purple. Oh. Fancy. Yeah, you're correct, Bean. Or reserve parking. Probably can get rid of this fortune teller. Kind of unsure of why we even purchased the fortune teller to begin with. We're grabbing another queen. I think Nexif is going to just go for 4-of-a-kind queens right off the bat, which I definitely don't mind. We do get also a superposition. Not always the most fun thing to play around, but those tarot cards, especially without the purple seal, are going to be important. Get an extra view spot in the shop. Oh, with Overstock? Fortune teller did come back. They saw the future. Why are we grabbing plain queens? There's no such thing as a plain queen. All queens are special in their own way. Now, next is deciding if they want the potential for more money or the extra couple molt on those pants. They do decide on the parking. We are going to see a blue seal in this pack for Nexif. We also have a Pareidolia here, which in the short term doesn't do like a metric ton. But with a faceless Joker, it could be very, very good. The Sun skips Blue Queen. They do. They do. Bacon seems very upset at that decision.
One more time for Justin Salisbury on the keyboard.
I think their cursor messed them up is a great line. So notably without that overstock, Nexif, you know, I don't know how they just... The overstock went to the reserve parking early, which just led to a lot more money, I feel like, on Nexif's side. Man, that is hard to say. Of things. Oh my god, there's a golden ticket. Oh no, did Nexif miss the golden ticket because they didn't have a gold card in yet? Ah! That's not good. That's not good. And that is why you want to add a gold card as soon as possible. And all of a sudden, Hassan's decision to grab the gold card over the blue seal, it's like they read the seed. I don't know. What in the world? What are the chances? I can't believe they made that plan. I can't believe it's going to work out that insanely. Oh, it was Omega? Oh, okay, my bad. Well, still, wow. That is 100% luck, depending on how you open the packs. I guess you could argue Nexus should have opened the early standard pack, but they didn't have the choice to really open up to buy a gold card in the blue seal, and it's going to cost them a golden ticket that could likely cost them the game depending on what retriggers we get available to us. Yep. Popcorn coming out of nowhere. And we do have... Stop shaking the cards! Man, never... I mean this jokingly. I just want to preface because I don't want to come off offensive. Never let Hassan near your baby. Do not... Your baby's not going to be okay. I'm telling you that right now. This man cannot resist shaking. In fact, don't let him near a can of soda. Okay, well, tell them to be careful around the baby. Maybe they get it out during here, but there's too much shaking going on. Thank you, Mr. Imperfection. Someone's gonna clip. Never mind. I'm not even gonna say that. I'm not even gonna give the idea. I feel like there's so many different ways to win this for Hassan. One of which is just that. You could just play the flush house. That's true. A paint shop would be a really good place if you like shaking. Does Hassan not want to unlock flush house? How long do matchups typically go? Most of these games have been like an hour and a half to 2 hours for the whole match. These games are going 2 hours per because these players play very methodically. Bacon, I don't know. I'm pretty exhausted. We'll see. Why not dig for gold? I don't know. No, I said methodically. There is a Red Seal 6 here. And I want to watch the Pats win. C-Dubs, you have that all wrong. I do not want to watch the Patriots win football. I want to watch Sean Payne lose. Ideally, I want to watch Sean Payne hurt himself while they lose. Ideally, pulling a hamstring running up and down the sidelines. Stupid butthole. We do find another gold card. You know what I will say, Nexif has the glass, which again, Hassan just does not have access to. The thing is, I feel like with this golden ticket in the long term, especially taking that first life, which was so important, Hassan's just going to be in a better financial position to find stuff to make the glass matter a lot less. We'll see. Why do you hate Sean Payne? Because he purposefully injured Brett Favre in the conference championship game, and the Saints cheated to beat the Vikings in 2009, and the Vikings would have won a Super Bowl. I also hate Sean Payne because he supported the Saints organization after the Saints were proven to be sending money to pedophile priests to help them in their legal fight to stay out of prison after sexually assaulting children. The Saints organization is the biggest piece of garbages in the world. And maybe you should have let me finish my thing before you said it was just about sports. It's more like protecting pedophiles is probably the bigger issue in the two. Maybe I should have led with it. Anyway, back to the game. We do get a certificate on Nexifus's side. Man, it is just so hard to add the possessive S to Nexif. We do find a Chad, which is not good for Nexif because we do have a golden ticket on Hassan's side that we just don't have access to. It is brutal. We are in not good shape. Simply due to this golden ticket. We do find a mime. Is it a high card seed? Doesn't feel like a high card seed. But this does feel like something Nexif should be picking up regardless for its utility. Over something like a drunkard. Yeah, this game is just going to come down to whoever wants it more. Oh, no! That's it! That's it! That's so bad! That's so bad! I mean, golden ticket's common. It can show up. But, man, this game came down to grabbing a gold card and not grabbing a blue seal somehow working out in Hassan's favor. Even though they could have grabbed both. I don't get it. Oh, my gosh. At least they didn't find it in the big blind. Oh my gosh. Just absolutely heartbreaking for Nexif. Nowhere in those standard packs did they have an opportunity to grab a gold card. It just never made sense. Hassan did, just due to the way they opened up the standard packs. And that's going to decide this, that likely can decide this game because of the way golden ticket spawns. And that's RNG. Sometimes Balatro is not about only skill. Sometimes randomness happens in Balatro. You are correct, Vagabond. The mime is decently nice. I do have a feeling, though, that in the end, the golden ticket's really going to win out here, especially once the Midas Mask shows up. Grabbing the gold card was good. I agree. Not grabbing the blue seal was silly, but they could have done both, so that wasn't really the issue. Nexif didn't have an opportunity to grab the gold card, though. I think they made the absolute correct decisions. Randomness in my card game? I know, we're going to have to chat. Where's the multiplayer council? We got to ban golden ticket. It's not fair that it spawns. It doesn't spawn until you have a gold card. We got to fix that. Too much RNG in my card game. We need this to be more skill-based. They're actually talking about that? Jesus Christ. Oh. That's true, Bacon. We should know. You should know what's going to happen in the seed so you can make the actual optimal. That's so true. Wait, the best way to approach multiplayer Balatro to eliminate RNG, give both players the seed, and then whoever plays it better wins. You should give them all information. That way it truly comes down to who made the right decisions. Yeah. Toyn's got it. I think Toyn is figured. Hassan can't pick up the mime and the Midas Mask. That is brutal. Oh, and the RNG swings back a tiny bit. They were buffooned. Oh my god. I mean, that is... It doesn't necessarily kill Hassan that they can't grab the mime. It is definitely painful. This is very painful, especially if we obviously end up seeing a Baron. I think there's an argument that you don't take minus, but that seems crazy. Yeah, okay. And then we have a Red Seal Queen in a photograph. I think you could clearly get rid of the juggler or the smiley face, or you could just twiddle your cursor all around the screen. That is also an option. Yeah, they have tickets. It's definitely not the end of the world. No, it's more so punishing if there is a Baron. We also see a shoot the moon on Nexif is his side, which I don't hate. Although, there's an argument to be said about wanting the trio over it. I guess if you have... Oh, wait. We have Mime. We have Mime and Bean. We absolutely want... We want the setup we have, I think. I do think Hassan should have stopped rolling after the Midas Mask. I think you just... You take... I mean, personally, I feel like you just got to know you're going to lose this PvP. And you don't want to have to sell out of it. Unless you want... I mean, you could sell jugglers. Not terribly important, but... Next, if really deciding if this trio might be worth it over... I don't know what it would be over. Definitely not over the Chad. Okay. I mean, it technically is more X-Molt, but you're losing a lot of utility. I don't... know how I feel about that play at all. We also have glass cards. Wait, why are we getting rid of... Why did we get rid of the... We got rid of Chad while we have glass? And we have photo, and we have lucky cards, and we potentially could have golden tick in the future? Ah, they are rare blocking. That is correct. I think that decision's not lovely. So much money for Hassan. I mean, you are seeing the difference. You are seeing how important that golden ticket is now. Maybe they just really want to win the PvP. But it's not that much more scoring in the PvP at all, is my whole argument. It's like 0.3, it's 1.33. And you just lose so much utility. That gold seal, for example, that's $3. Hello, Sarusi. Sorrow. Sorrow, if there's a way that you want me to say your name, please let me know. It's less scoring with... No, exactly. And then with glass, it is 100% less. Do we have any steel cards on Nexifis's side at all? Why are we keeping the 6? Wait, what? What are we doing? We gotta play like a full house, right? With the kings? Don't you have to play full house with the kings? That's why you have the trio? Ah! Right? You play it with the kings because you have the trio, right, chat? Right? Maybe? I don't know. Okay. Or do you do that? Why did we get the trio? They wanted 3 6s. But just play the full house with the kings. They could have scored 90,000. It doesn't matter. They win anyway. Oh, well. All worked out. They got more mine value. Oh my god. And then the extra hand with the Chad golden ticket. Hassan is going to be in a different seed. He's going to roll so far, they're going to have to generate a new seed for him to be playing on, while Nextif is still in the shops. All because this golden ticket showed up when it did for Hassan. I mean, this is incredible. Maybe they sold Chad for nothing. I don't think that's a maybe. The blueprint, I mean, the blueprint just solidifies it. I think this is GG unless a golden ticket pops up for Nexif very, very soon here. Though, I do hope they take the 6 cents. Hope we don't see that mistake again. I mean, we are going to have $200 around, and I'm going to be commentating this game for the next 4 hours. Zeno ignoring the fact that Mime re-triggers gold cards. Bean, that's not how this works. If we copy golden ticket, that's $8 a trigger. We have Chad in 6 hands, so we trigger it twice. So it's $16 versus 9. So $7 per gold card extra. So 7 times, let's say we do what? 15? I just feel like that's a lot of money. And then we sold Bean for the trio. Wait, that means we have to time out Bean for 30 seconds because they were sold. It's only fair. It's what the players wanted us to do. I'm so sorry, Bean. Just kidding. Oh, we found the Ankh. Well, that's good. We're going to have to onk that blueprint. That's actually very good for Nexif, because that means we're going to have to sell out a golden ticket if we're Hassan eventually here, once they also get the onk. Should start at 5 and then... I mean, you just copy the mime regardless, right? Because the money. Why are we hovering over the trio? I don't want to talk about the trio right now, Nexif. We're mad at you about that. Oh my god, I forgot about the Red Seal Queen that Hassan has. That's even more money. Oh my gosh. I mean, in a very weird way, it's good that Hassan didn't see the Sixth Sense, because, like, the longer it takes for them to get the onk, the better, because that means they make more money. Oh my god, do we onk the blueprint now? I don't know if Bloodstone's good enough. They're not, I don't know if Bloodstone's good enough to sell out of everything and onk the blueprint. Oh, there's photo in the shop? Okay, then maybe. Maybe that is good enough. Nah, I like that. I like that play. Meanwhile, Hassan over here, Scrooge McDuck, jumping into their pile of gold, having fun. It's gonna take Hassan so long to, like, optimize the gold plays. I don't envy it. Oh my god, we're gonna get the 5 here. Oh my god, there's just so much. We already unlocked flush 5. Holy. You know what? Oh my god. All right, the RNG of this golden ticket may actually hurt Hassan. They may roll... I don't know if it's hurtful, but they're not going to get the same opportunity. I think they're going to roll in the Bloodstone without the onk. They have so much money. Oh, we didn't do it. It's not good enough. They think it's a mime seed? They think it's a high card seed? Is that... I swear they're like... I don't agree. I don't agree. What? I don't get it. This trio, man. This trio. Are we selling the onk? It also gives us our consumable slot back, which is so important. Yeah, and there we go. Hassan's not going to have that decision to make. There's the trio. Oh, that's funny. A nice gold seal. It's either Onk stays up there forever, or Onk is going to be... like, when you use it, when you see idle. Because if you see Baron, you're not going to use it. I mean, maybe they just think it's a high card seat. Then I almost feel like you just can't keep the Onk. I guess you could copy the mime and then grab Baron and then hope you find another blueprint. It doesn't feel like the right play. We can't use Emperors. We're playing Nebula deck all of a sudden. Meanwhile, the money situation continues to spiral out of control because of this golden ticket. Can't explain enough. $226 dues. Wow. I mean, just it's hard to imagine a way that Nexif can play this that leads them to a victory just due to the amount of econ difference. A Mega Spectral. Maybe we get an Ecto here. If I Ecto my blueprint, I'm onking it. Even with nothing in shop, I don't care. A Wraith with $90. Oh no. Oh no. I mean, what does the Wraith matter? We have an Onk. We don't even care about the Wraith, I guess, unless it's Ancient or Baron. Then we would have, but that seemed pretty straightforward. Ooh. Why do we have the trio? Nexif is actually a huge fan of Steph Curry and Klay Thompson during the mid-2000s, 2010s. He really likes three-point shots. Do we think Hassan sells out Onks the blueprint and then rates? Oh my god, there's a showman. Do we even care about Onk now? Do you just sell Onk, put showman up there instead of Bloodstone? Yeah, I don't feel like you need Onk with golden ticket. I'm telling you, I play the showman. You could try. Wait, they pass on showman? I would have at least opened the pack with the showman in there. Wait, they are doing it. Oh my god. I mean, that hit works. We are behind on the econ, though. It is gonna work in the sense that we should be able to win this PvP. I like Nexif not doing the Wraith play. I will say, I definitely don't think that was the... I get what Hassan did there. I think we just have to... You have to be more patient and just say, forget this Onk, I'm just going to hold a Showman. I know it's a Joker slot, but I honestly rather have both my consumable slots and use a Joker slot. Is no longer a high card seed. Well, for one of our competitors. What if I just do... Nexif is in a wonderful spot. I mean, all that money, and what do we have to show for it? Nothing that Nexif is not going to have. In fact, we just, like, I mean, I wonder if Nexif does the showman play and forgets about the Ankh. Heck, I could see Nexif popping the Ankh on the blueprint and then grabbing showman. Even that is a better play, I think. And Hassan down to 2 lives remaining. Only 2 of them. There is not that much time left in this match. Unless. Never forget about the trio, chat. Never forget about the trio. That's almost enough points. I don't know if they actually have to play the glass. I don't think they do need to play the glass. But I also understand not caring about the glass when you have red seals. Unless, of course, we sell and we find a sock and a tusk. Then we'll really care about it. Breaking it for deck fixing? We need high card levels bad. I don't think it's a high card seed. I think you got to pivot and just go for the re-triggers if you're Nexif. You're looking for one specific rare to make it a high card seed. Alright, Vagabond, it's 100% of high card seed. We'll see about that. We'll see. We continue to hold this trio. It is an 8-ball angle. Correct. That's... No way! The golden ticket! Hassan blocked the golden ticket when they saw the showman, and now Nexif is going to be able to pop the Ankh onto the blueprint with the golden ticket and grab the showman in the trading card. Oh my gosh! How the luck changed! It was all in Hassan's favor seeing the early golden ticket, and now Nexif gets the perfect one here. What are the chances? Oh my god. You geniuses. You script writers have been killing it. Tell Bean he's done a phenomenal job hiring you. All right, thank you. Love you too. Bye-bye. Incredible. Incredible. How do we make it out of this blind? I don't know. We'll figure it out. I guess the steals should be able to get us out of the blind with like a 5 of a kind. If we just gotta find them. You know, Hassan's still making good money with this this oops and business card. It's half the golden ticket. Honestly, Hassan's still in like an okay spot. But this showman it could be very, 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 very good for Nexif. If I see a golden ticket, if you see another blueprint, those are just such good Hits. And golden ticket, of course, common. And then turning the golds into luckies. Don't hate that play from Hassan. We have a death upstairs. What are we looking for here? Curious. I mean, you gotta hit the red seals, yeah. And then you'll play. I think you just don't get a plant level. You just play 5 of a kind. That should be enough. Oh! Oh no! The 4 of a kind enough? Well, they're gonna try 3. Yeah, 3 of a kind? 3 of a kind is enough. Okay, that works. Oh yeah, we also could have. Well, I think we want the golden ticket value over the lovers. I mean, Hassan is not strapped for cash at all due to this, what has shown up. This Chad, though. This Chad, another red seal queen. It is now the race for idol. We were all told by Vagabond this is 100% a high card seed. In my opinion right now, it is a race for the idol. It's a race for the sock. But we shall see. Don't you dare sell Showman. Don't you dare. I mean, that's valid. I think that's extremely valid. We already have double blueprint. The Showman. Showman, you're hoping is probably a second Chad or golden ticket. Though I will say I don't love Cardomancer for that sell because we have so much money we're gonna find stuff to fill our consumables. Cardomancer definitely wasn't the thing to sell, I think, in that position. Loyalty card to help you win this blind makes sense. Oh my god, we have a shoot the moon. Turn up your mic, I can hardly hear you. I can't tell. Is that true, chat? Am I quiet? There, turned it up slightly just for hollow. No, you're good. You sound perfect. Do I sound too loud now? Because okay, we're good. We're good. Wait. Why are we selling Chad for oops? To break the glass. Oh, because Bloodstone's coming soon? Okay. I'm not reading the script. This feels wrong with Golden Ticket. This feels very wrong. Also, with the glass cards you have, you don't need oops. The only thing you're hoping for is Bloodstone. Okay. That seemed awfully speculative for one singular card. Especially when we have glass. Because Hassan won the PvP with the family. They don't know that. I think it makes a little bit more sense why Hassan would have went for Econ. And in a weird way, the fact that Nexif is so heavily Econ, but is going to be able to edge out the PvP. I mean, this game is heavily in favor of Nexif at this point. There's little Hassan can do. They needed to keep the family and win this PvP. It was hard for them to understand that. I don't know. So Hassan win because of loyalty card? What do you mean? Nexus wins because of loyalty card. And the Nexif has a lot of steel red seal queens that Hassan doesn't. Well, there we go. Now the oops can break our glass card that we so badly want. But, and we could have used chat on. Don't get it. I don't get what Next is doing. But they're gonna win, so. Yeah, they have this PvP, I think, rather easily. I think keeping the, I think you keep the red seal and you play the glass. Also, put it on the dang loyalty card. There you go. Wow. Hassan's only on 2 lives. They're not going to go for the kill here by playing the glass. That's... I mean, it's going to work out, but what? Nexif is ahead in the... No, Hassan's ahead in the shop. Hassan is ahead of the shop. And Hassan has a lot more money. Because they kept the Chad like you should. Alright, let's see. This all comes down to the shop. And, I mean, Hassan with $300, it feels like you're bound to see something. And really, it's only going to take one thing with double blueprint. Fucking brainstorm. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I sell Chad there. The sock doesn't do anything because we have nothing to put on. Oh my gosh. We have no glass. Only Nexif has glass. The ticket. Okay, well, I mean, I feel like Hassan literally has enough money. They're gonna roll into an idol or bloodstone. I don't know. I don't know for sure, but I have a sneaking suspicion this game is not over. Scoring? We don't need scoring. We need money to find the scoring. There's photo. Oh my gosh. Do you sell ticket for photo, or do you not think that's probably not enough? I actually agree with that play from Hassan. We're looking for idol. We're looking for bloodstone. We're looking for ancient. That's it. Or baron. Maybe. If we feel like we can strength. Actually, baron for sure because you sell sock for it. Okay. Let's go make our money. Hassan has to play this very carefully where they get max ticket value, but also don't win too quickly and also don't lose. It's a combination of a lot of things here. Because if this doesn't win, this would win with the steel. I would not get rid of that steel card. I think you may need that steel card to win the round later. I really hope Hassan does not throw the small blind. You have to remember, while we have a trillion and one retriggers, we have no scoring. I guess if you put on sock, you have to hit plus 20s, right? There's no way we miss that many plus 20s. I also think you want to copy sock one time with a blueprint if we don't have red seals. Hassan already more money than what Nexif got in the entire small blind in a single hand. One hand earned Hassan more money than Nexif could accomplish in the entire blind due to the setup, and it's going to take a while for Nexif to find this buskin, to find the sock that he's going to busk in.
One more time for Justin Salisbury on the keyboard.
Yeah, really, Hassan fumbled the amount of money they could have made here. I'm just gonna say it. I mean, there's no way this doesn't hit. This is your best hand, just play it. And there is the brainstorm for next. If they see Sock next roll, that is very bad news for Hassan. That money lead is gonna be more short-lived than I thought. Oh wait, maybe Sock is farther than... Huh. Where is Sock? I thought Sock was the roll after Brainstorm. Maybe it was way farther. Maybe I'm just off. That mod is called Handy Mod. There's the chat again. There is a Polychrome family. I think you gotta sell out a ticket here. As crazy as that is, you gotta, at some point, you gotta sell out a ticket. $440 is a lot of money to go shopping. Does not. Wow. Okay. All right. Okay. We got a seltzer, which does nothing. We got a showman. Bloodstone. Okay. We have... No way. There's no way they greed the bloods. They don't even grab Bloodstone. No, right? There's no way, chat, right? I can't. They couldn't possibly be that greedy. Okay. They thought about it. There's the idol. It's not hit. It hasn't hit. They have one more blind. Do they take the risk? Oh my god. They're taking it. They're risking it. They're risking it. It could not hit, chat. And I will say, with the glass setup, Nexif, I think, is in a better position once they eventually see this. Although, I don't know if they're going to see it this ante. Also, can we get a huge shout out to Vagabond Balatro? They said it is 100% a high card seed. Can we go... Actually, I'm going to go find that message. Let's go find that message from Vagabond. Let's, Where's my mod things? Where's, I gotta... Can one of my mods find that message? C-Dubs, can you find that message and, pin it for us? Or, I got a better message pinged right now. Can we just get a screenshot for me? Thank you. Maybe we can make it into a 7TV emote. Thank you, C-Dubs. You don't actually have to if you're busy. I'm just messing with you. Don't you dare put that out there, Raji. There is the sock here. Where is this sock for Nexif? Don't tell me there was like an uncommon block. I don't even know what it would have been. We just must not... Okay, there it is. Okay. Why is everything hinged on that idle hit? They have no scoring without it. Oh, why make everything hinge? Because if you don't take it, you lose long term. So you have to play, you have to just hope. Yes, thank you. I will see correct. They did correct themselves. They did correct themselves. Selling the ticket. They will still eventually see idle. I think they have enough money. But this is they are still far away. And there's the family, which you just sell a loyalty card for. That's pretty easy. It's not polychrome on next if it's what? They're selling... No, they're going to sell sock. They're going to sell sock. Ah! They don't. For 1 times 4, you sold sock. For 1 flat X4 on this seed, you sold sock. That's not chat. He has enough class that the sock is more than the X4. That is just flat out wrong. That is flat out wrong. And you could have rolled into something like a photo. We know there's going to be an idol. Now you take the photo? You were so close, Nexif. You were so close. Now, do they get bailed out by Hassan missing idol? Let's find out. 5 of clubs! Hassan's gonna have to roll into something else. Sana, remember that they may watch this footage? I'm reacting to the game. I'm not saying Nexif is dumb or anything. They've played amazingly. That was the wrong decision. That's gonna cost them. That's all that comes down to. I've said several times throughout this that both of them would kick my butt in a multiplayer game. I just want that to be clear. I mean, that's very true. They have been playing for 3.5 hours. And also on a seed where there's just so much thinking. I feel like Hassan's gonna... I mean, what do we need to roll into? Another Bloodstone would help. I mean, Nexif very bailed out by the fact that that idol did not hit for Hassan. Extraordinarily bailed out. I mean, Hassan may have to sell their sock to just get something with flat molt. I think that's not the craziest play at this point. Oh my gosh. Nexif is gonna win it regardless. Insane. Insane. I can't believe the idol didn't hit. Wow. Wow. Nexif could still throw. I don't know how that would happen. I just cannot wrap my head around selling that sock. But, alas. It is going to work out for Nexif. What a game. What insane swings. It wasn't a race for idol. I mean, Disco, you know what it was? It was Hassan needing to just be able to pick off some lives. No, they never saw idol. I mean, they're gonna... I mean, if it went on, they would, but... It was a high card seat. Don't you dare C-dubs. Bro, this Nexif guy just high rolled on 3 very good players. You're right. Do you Cruel, do you understand how dumb that sounds? Like, oh, he just got lucky against 3 incredibly good players? Like, at what point do you be like, oh, they must be very good? Mine would have won. I mean, actually, you guys are right. Hassan should have kept Bloodstone over idol. I somewhat disagree with that decision. All right, Vagabond. Fine. I won't put the screenshot. Yeah, Indiana just got lucky 16 times throughout the college football season. I think you just put it on the family, right? Because you just get the molt at the end. The thing is, they are not good, bro. I see this gameplay. Oh my god. Get out of my chat, dude. You're so... That's insane to say. Oh my gosh. Always rage baiting me with the turkey flag everywhere, and now this. Great games. GG Hassan, GG Nexif. I mean, truly incredible matches to watch. Ridiculously entertaining. Crash outs, understanding, great gameplay, lines I didn't see. I mean, shout out to Hassan for the seance angle in the one game was incredible. Really worked out. I belittled it and then just looked like an idiot. Incredible double Baron. Just so fun. Don't worry about playing slow. It made for a longer stream. It was really fun. GG's. Correct, Nexif. According to certain people, you just somehow fell into top 16. It took no skill or time or effort. I think you played incredibly well. I do think Hassan also played incredibly well. I think there's luck on both sides. Well, Hassan, you lucked into a golden ticket that your opponent never saw early in the game because the standard packs ended up with you getting a gold card that your opponent didn't, so you had a huge economic advantage the entire time. I don't know. All right. Wow. All right. He didn't take the gold card I did. He couldn't take the gold card. Okay. Never mind. You're also forget it. I'm just gonna time him out. I'm just gonna time him out. All right. Get them out of here. We're gonna end today. GG's everybody. Ah! We'll end on a good note. Remember, fuck oppressors. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. Stay safe out there. Yeah, maybe we should raid Ice. And also thank you to Turtlebean for putting on this incredible tournament. I'll send you over to Turtlebean, who is going to be commentating Bacon's game, and I'm sure that's going to be a fantastic matchup. So go make sure you watch that. All right. Bye-bye. Bye, YouTube. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Go check out Bean.